Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Adjusting Success 2024 edition. Awesome. Hope everyone had a great holidays, took some time off. Today, we're going to go through social media, when to post, what to post, how to post it, how to organize it, how to delegate it, everything that's going to really launch you starting off 2024 pretty solid here. So let's wait a couple minutes here. If you have any questions, this is you got me right here to help answer all that. So social media is going to be the key. It's been the key. It's been the key for the last 6-7 years. If you haven't really been on it, everyone's telling you, well, you're too late. It's never too late to get started on this. This is the medium that's moving forward. Understanding the algorithm, it's always changing. So don't get too caught up on the algorithm. It's just a matter of consistently posting to social media. I know half of us hate it. The other half dislike it. Very few enjoy it. But it's just part of the game. It is the freest and the cheapest and actually the most effective way of getting your message out there. So I always joke when we're at conferences, people ask me, questions about Facebook ads and marketing. And I said, the thing that Facebook ads has done over the last 10 years, well, I guess it started in 2016, 2015, is that it's given not so good chiropractors decent careers. I joke about that. I'm like, and then the decent ones that are still stuck in the tick and the old fashioned way of screenings are struggling because they haven't divulged into social media. And all they really need to do is just get into it. So let's get into it. Let's talk about that. When's the number one question is when's the best time to post to social media? You'll see this in a lot of the auto posting apps that are out there, the texts that are out there. There really isn't best times. What you have to do is just slowly engage your audience, slowly engage the people that are responding to you, and just starting to see when you're getting the best engagement and testing it. If your group is highly visual, then to audio or to video, then that's what they're going to want to see is more videos from you. If they like the infographics that you post with text, then you'll get a lot of responses from that. I'll save you the hassle right now. Putting infographics and pictures is probably the least effective social media posting you can do because you're just not going to get a like. You got to think about what goes viral, what gets likes, what gets a lot of comments and posts. It's usually engaging content. So engaging content is stuff that people can relate to, number one, and number two, that they actually want to take time to comment. Think about the last 3 comments you've made on social media, on people's comments. One, the most likely one is that it's someone that you know personally or have met, and they asked literally a question, and you answered it for them. Someone in your friend group on Facebook posted, when's the best time to get my child's haircut? When should I get my child's first haircut? And you as a parent, and they're a close friend, that's the key here, is that they're one of your friends. If they were a high school friend that you haven't talked to in 10 years, you're probably not going to leave a comment. So these are the things you got to think about, is what questions and what things can I put out there that will engage comments? And if you haven't been good with your social media, starting off with videos and engaging content is great. And then literally asking for them to say, hey, if you see my videos and you like them, reply in the comments, hi, or hello, or raise your hand. And then just to get that engagement is just literally ask for them to engage in that. You see this on YouTube all the time. Make sure you smash the like button and subscribe and love our channel and share. And that's how they grow their YouTube channels. It's the same thing that you need to do. I run 2 podcasts, and in the closing statements of each of them, it asks, please rate, share, leave comments. It's how we grow our podcast. So the same thing with your social media is what you need to do there. So when's the best time to post? Forget it. Just post. Just post. When you're at the office, post. During active times, guess when people spend the most time on social media? Let's use Facebook, for example. The most time during working hours. America's highly productive. During working hours, between 9 and 5 is the highest utilization rate of social media. You'd think it'd be nighttime, right? The scrolling at 7, 8, 9 p.m. It's actually not. It's actually during the day is when it's like 9 to, or I think it's like 10 to 2, and then like On Thursdays, it's like 8 p.m., stuff like that. And you can try and ride those waves if you want, but really you're going to be posting your content throughout the day anyways. Don't overthink it is the point there. So when to post? It's just post whenever you have a chance. Number 2 is how often should I post? Daily. You got to post daily. We're just at that point. You got to actually post a couple times a day, but I think that's a little overwhelming for a lot of us that run our own practices to get out there and try and post 2-3 times a day. It becomes overwhelming. Trust me on this. And number 3 is finding the right help to do this. And unfortunately, I don't have any good news for you. Anyone out there saying we can do your social media for you is the cost per post is ridiculously high. They'll charge you $3,000 a month for 3, 4, maybe 5 posts a week. I just usually nod respectively and be like, oh, thanks for that quote, and never hire them. I mean, come on, these are thousands of dollars of money. And you know, people look at me like, man, is this guy just cheap? Does he just do everything because he's cheap? No, this guy's not cheap. He spends a lot of money testing and growing his businesses. And I'm going to tell you right now, there's good ways to spend your money. There's dumb ways to spend your money, and there's great ways to spend your money. And there's a lot out there, like with the Facebook ads. The reason I'm so heavy on doing it yourself is because every time you hire a digital agency, what they ask is their retainer fee, whatever it may be, $1,500, $2,500, $3,500 a month. And then you look at them and be like, okay, great. How much are you going to spend on my ad? They're like, $1,000. I'm like, for 7 straight years, it's always $1,000. Why don't you guys, why isn't it $1,500? Why isn't it $1,400? Has it not changed? They're like, no, we find 1,000 is pretty good. I'm like, that's just $30 a day. They're like, yeah, good enough. I'm like, how about I pay you 1,000 and we put $2,500 into my ads? How about we inverse that ratio? What will happen there? Crickets every single time. It's always crickets. They're like, well, no, we need to make our money. And I know, I'm like, I need to build a business. I don't need to pay and grow your business. That's the whole point there. So that's where I come from with all this. And then when it comes to social media, and I've asked people to help with social media, they're like, yeah, we can post 3 to 5 content for $3,000 a month. They look you dead in the eyes, straight in the eyes. And then we feel bad when we look at a patient. We're like, hey, it's going to be $2,500 to work with us. And we feel bad. We're like, oh, is that too expensive? Is that too? These guys are charging $3,000 a month to post 3 pictures to your social media per week. You gotta be kidding me, right? It's nuts. And you can't even charge $3,000. And when you charge $3,000, it's not for 4 weeks of care either. I don't know about you, but my $3,000 plans are like 16 weeks. It's 4 months of care. So I don't know. I don't know about you. I'm going to leave it open to comments. You guys should totally start commenting. Otherwise, I'm going to derail this whole thing about social media and go down the rabbit hole. But so really the point of this little tantrum I'm having right now is that you need to be able to do this somehow. And you need to maybe have somebody in-house, a CA, an associate doctor, someone to take responsibility to make sure that this is getting done. And in our office, we make sure that it's being delegated properly. And they just run in it. They're like, Enrico, we need to shoot a video. There's no qualms. They know I'm in between patients. They know I've got a couple of minutes. They're like, yeah, we got to shoot a video. They got the camera. They're doing everything. They just tell me to say something. I've shot so many videos that it's super easy for them to do that to me because they know whatever I'm going to do is going to be pretty good. That's great. And then the newer associates got to get used to this. And the newer people that are part of our team have got to get used to this. They got to practice it and get it out there. And most of our content's on the fun side and knowledgeable side. And a little bit of it is the clinical side. But that's the key to when we need to post. And to get engagement, to grow your pages, to grow your audiences, you need to be posting engaging content. And guess what's the most exciting content you can post? You're not going to like this answer. Some of you introverts, your life. They want to know, especially your current patient base that follows you. When you start posting about, your kids, your travels, your walks, your cars, your whatever, your hobbies, the sports that you play, the foods that you eat, your favorite restaurant in town, you get the most comments. They're like, well, I love that restaurant too. Oh, I didn't know you were a foodie. Oh, I didn't know you were Italian. I'm like, how the heck do you not know I was Italian? Do you not know my name? Like, what the hell's going on? But these funny things that may make them engage with you, it's about you. But what's the content that we end up defaulting to is clinical. We feel like we always have to educate. And that stuff actually kind of runs dry over time. If your page is always posting stats and all this information, from articles, and then it's always videos about, chiropractic this, chiropractic that, chiropractic helps with this, chiropractic helps with that. It's good content, and you should be posting that consistently, but it shouldn't overwhelm your page. Otherwise it doesn't become a very scrollable page. So the most scrollable Instagram pages, of course, Instagram is mostly pictures and videos, less text, right? That's Instagram. That's the way it's designed. The algorithm is to scroll through as many pictures and videos as possible with little text. That's the point. Facebook is text and picture, and now video. They're also posting video. TikTok is just video. And then YouTube, of course, is just video. And LinkedIn is just text, long form text. So you got to know what platform you're on. So another question that should be popping up, I don't see any comments. Good. Okay. Please, you guys can ask questions at any time. Okay. Anytime during these videos, I will stop and I will answer your questions. That's priority number one, is you, not me rambling. I've got my podcast, Marketing 101 for Chiropractors. I've got the group, and I'm even going to start, we're doing events this year. I mean, I don't need to hear myself talk anymore. I am literally here to answer your questions. And if I don't know the answer, I will get back to you later. There we go. What is the most efficient way to post the same video to multiple social media platforms? Are you using multiple social media platforms? That's the first question. A lot of people ask me this question. I give them the intricate answers, and then I ask them, great, do you post to all 7 of those? And they're like, no, just Facebook and Instagram. I'm like, okay, well, time out. If you're just using Facebook and Instagram primarily, your video should be used through Meta Business Suite. That's the best way, because you can schedule out 60 days of content. I think 90 now. I think you can go 3 months down the road and post out information 90 days down the road. So if you're just using Facebook and Instagram primarily, your video content should be going through Meta Business Suite. Then the other stuff that I'm sure this is what you're trying to look for is later.com, simplifiedsocialhub.com. These are all HubSpot. These ones, these back-end CRMs that end up posting this stuff for you, where you can auto schedule, you can do these things. Later.com is good. They charge a little fee. The more channels you have, the more it costs. So I think it's like free for one channel. It's $18 a month for up to 3 or 4 channels. And if you have more than that, so you're probably asking, well, what do you post to, Enrico? You got so for video, we got Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. That's where we're at right now. Okay. We also post other stuff to LinkedIn, and I'm also testing Reddit a little bit right now too. So a lot of different platforms to see what's going on there. I hope that answers your question. Later.com, simplifiedsocialhub.com. These are great for a small fee, about $20 a month. You can get these things. We're started using simplified socialhub.com because they post to unlimited amounts. So we now have a second location that we've just opened. So we got a Facebook page for that location, an Instagram page for that location. That's it. We're not going to do the rest. It's the same brand name as our main office. And now Social Hub will allow us to post to 2 Instagram accounts, 2 Facebook accounts. I even put my Marketing 101 group on there. So 3 Facebook accounts, groups within Facebook, TikTok. And it just keeps going. There's unlimited. So if you can organize that schedule and do it, they're like, go for it. It's all there for you. So I love that. Let's see if it breaks. Later.com, the connections break. You schedule out a whole bunch of stuff. 25 days down the road, you realize, oh, it broke last week. So the last 7 days weren't posted. That stuff is the stuff that just drives me nuts with tech. So I'll let you know about Social Hub. Haven't been using it long enough to see it break, but it's been fantastic so far. Answers the question? More questions. What else do we got? That was it. I mean, this is a quick 10-minute video about when to post, what to post, how to post it. It's hard to post things live. It's hard to be like, okay, time to shoot a video and then just hit live and post, right? But even though that's the most engageable content, scheduling it is just as good. I think it's almost as good as live content. So don't worry about that. Scheduling your videos, and video is king. Let's say if you're like, Enrico, 2024 New Year's resolution was to be as efficient as possible in 2024, then you're just shooting videos. You're not even wasting your time with pictures. YouTube shorts. What's your thought? You're posting to YouTube anyways. Might as well make the shorts. They're fantastic. I think they're great. YouTube. Remember, when you say YouTube, think Google. Think Google. The more you post on your YouTube, the more shorts, reels, stories, videos that you post on your YouTube, the more you can recycle these through Google Ads for very cheap, cheaper than Facebook. Cheaper than Facebook. You can do Google Max campaigns for brand awareness using video, which is amazing, for hundreds of dollars a month, $200-300 a month. You can post towards that, you get great results. So YouTube Shorts, great. I don't know if your question is more like, what do you think about YouTube Shorts? Should I be doing them? I guess so. It's really just posting to YouTube. If you can make shorts from them, that's great. Remember, everything you do on YouTube is recyclable video content. It's fantastic. Unlike posting videos to Facebook, where you have to go back and search and try and find the video to try and use it again or to reshare it, that's tough. I'm a big fan of saving all your videos to an external drive for sure. So you always have MP4 saved, but YouTube allows you to do that. It's absolutely great. Shorts, reels, all that stuff is fantastic. As you can see, the algorithm on Facebook is pushing a lot of people to create more stories and reels through there anyways, because that's the highest engagement that you can get. Unfortunately, when it comes to business pages, like your clinic page, it's leveraged against you. Meta, it knows that you're a business, and they're like, well, listen, we're not just going to pump your content out without you paying. That's where they hold you back. Unlike your personal page, your personal profile, the one that you post, they will shoot that content out like crazy because it's coming from somebody. Personal is not going to monetize. So that algorithm's kind of funny, but it doesn't mean you don't stop posting. You just post. Just do not compare your results and engagements on your business page as to your personal page. Because think about the stuff you post on your personal page. You're talking about the Buffalo Bills winning the Super Bowl. You're talking about, the game last night. You're talking about a political thing on there. You're posting things that you would never really post on your business, and you get a lot more comments on your personal side because your other Buffalo fans are commenting on it. Your other Democratic friends are commenting on your post. Whatever's happening, you're getting engagement through there and you're getting more comments. Or if it's your birthday, how many people say happy birthday, right? And when they say, hey, it's Dr. D's birthday on the Facebook page, how many people say happy birthday there? Get way more on your personal page because people have been following you for a long time, on your personal profile, than you do on your business page. Does that make sense? It's all about engagement and your audience and knowing your audience, right? So that's important too. So video is king. Video has always been king. Video has been king since 2022. But definitely into 2024, more videos. You're going to see, if you're on our email list for Marketing 101 for chiropractors, you're going to get a social media challenge that's coming up that we're creating it. Not much of a challenge. It's really, this is my idea, believe it or not. I came up with this. I feel like a genius. Is we're going to send out this email and we're going to challenge everyone in the group. I think we almost have 1,000 members in the group. We have like 850 people in the group. And I'm going to challenge everyone in the group to create one piece or maybe two videos about chiropractic, anything they want. If you're a pediatric chiropractor, talk about that. If you're a Pedibond chiropractor, talk about that. If you're Gonstead, whatever, talk about whatever you want. The video can be 30 seconds, 60 seconds, 90 seconds, doesn't matter, short form. And we're going to post it to the Marketing 101 group. Hopefully within a month or so, if everyone does one, or if half the people do one, we'll have 400 to 500 pieces of chiropractic video content. And in the instructions, it says, please don't label it. Don't put your logo on it on purpose. Like here, you don't want the little, Adjusting Success logo on there, right? You just want to take that off. And then all of us, part of the 101 group, will have 500 short form chiropractic videos that have been created that we can just go, boop, share to our page. Boop, share to our page. I came up with this idea. Me. Promise. Anyways, who cares? Because I think it's a great idea. But I've cultivated the group, right? So I have my group, I have my following, I have you guys, right, that are in there. So I'm going to ask all of you to create one video, and we can all use it. We can all share it. I'm going to figure it out. I'll figure out where to put, probably in the group, probably put it under files and save it, or under videos. I don't know. We'll figure it out. And that way everyone can just have it. Isn't that cool? So because the toughest thing is the time to create the videos. So what we do in our office to find time to create is on Fridays. We have time on Fridays, and the girls do a great job at our office, and they always create content on Fridays, whether it's pictures of adjusting kids, videos of adjusting people, videos of the decompression, videos of the x-ray machine, videos of the CLA scanner, videos of leg checks, videos of the activator, whatever it is. We create that video on Fridays, and then they save it to the drive, the Google Drive, and then they splice it and shorten it or edit it, whatever they need to do. And we have the delegations for that. And that's how our team does it. And our team is, 2 chiropractors in the office, 2 CAs. It's not a giant team, but we're making that. We're testing on hiring a social media person as well, just to be the social media and leads representative for our office. Kind of a unique role, different role. I'll let you know how that goes. It's hard to find the Swiss Army knife type people. But it's okay. We're going to keep looking. Great. Any other questions? Social media. I got to go watch this Michigan game, guys. Come on. Let's go. Anything else for you about social media? Those are the best. This isn't rocket science. It's just about getting it done. Remember, done is better than perfect. We've been saying this. Talking and coaching with a lot of people, they always talk about when the first call that I talked to them, I'm like, hey, what do how do you run your practice? What do you do? And they start the sentence with, well, I used to. I don't know why we deflect to used to. And I'll skip all the nitty gritty. The reason why is because they know they're not doing the work currently. And they know they used to do stuff that used to work. And they're realizing I'm lazy. And that's why I hired you, Enrico, as my coach. And I call them out on the first visit. I'm like, you don't need me. You need to go back to the things that work. And then they're like, right. And we find out what the thing is that works. They do it. And we start getting the ball rolling. And I continue coaching because obviously we told them exactly what they need to hear, right? But social media, you just got to do it. Done is better than perfect. Don't worry about the editing. Don't worry about your hair. Don't worry about the lighting. Don't worry about anything. And the more you make these videos, the better they're going to become. The more fluid they're going to become. Just get going, get doing it. I don't care if you barely post it to your social media all these years. Start doing it. You're going to see some organic traction there. And it gives you tons of leverage when it comes to the internet. Tons of leverage because you're pumping out content. Tons of all the content you pump out on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, all this stuff is linked to you in the internet, which is like a tag. Every time you do that, the more tags you have, the higher your rate is, the higher your searchability is, the higher your rank is on Google. This is called search engine optimization. It's one of the most effective ways of doing it. Can't pay anyone to do that for you. Blogs and all that stuff too, but today's about social media. Any other questions? Any other technical questions about social media? How to shoot video, cameras, equipment, lighting. I think I covered the most important thing. Time of day doesn't matter. You can post right now at 9:54 p.m. Eastern time and get engagement. Makes sense. You guys are on your phones right now watching this, right? Good. Anything else? Let me just quickly check. There's one platform I sometimes don't see questions. I think it's YouTube. I'm here for you guys. If you have questions, just let me know. No, nothing there. Good. I think we're okay. Good. Is that good? Okay. Any other questions? No, not on YouTube. Okay, good. They're all coming through here. Facebook. Great stuff. So look out for that social media challenge. I think just shooting the videos and of course, you post them to your clinic page right away. Of course, save the video and then just share it or post it in the Marketing 101 group. And let's see what happens. I mean, do we get hundreds of videos that we can all use? And it doesn't matter that another doctor is saying this stuff. You could use it, take the video, post it on your page, and just say, listen to what Dr. Enrico in Florida says about the upper cervical spine and migraines. That's pretty cool. And you go and you post that, and then, listen to what Dr. Tasha in Vancouver, Canada has to say about, I'll use that on my site. Absolutely, right there. And then in the text, you can just explain how you at Full Life Chiropractic help address these things as Dr. Tasha describes in the video. I mean, it just creates tons of great content. Makes sense? We can use pediatrics. We can use ICPA stuff. We can use technique-driven stuff. I think it's going to be a great idea. Okay. Any other? I always wait a couple moments at the end, so if you hear any awkward pause, it's just for questions. Anything else? That's it, guys. Make this year count. I know some of you are highly motivated to hit the ground running. Do it. And the only way to do it is to not do what you did last year on Monday, January 6th, when you went to the office. Don't do the exact same today in 2024. That's the only way that this year is going to be any different, is by doing things differently. Don't have to do more. You don't have to work harder. You just have to be more productive and cut out do less activity. A lot of us get trapped with the activity, social media, posting pictures, doing videos, and not knowing why we're doing it. But we're doing it to build engagement. So think about what gets people engaged into your community. It's the same. It's you. The answer is you. This is no paradox here. It's you. That's what they're excited to learn about is you. What do you do? What languages do you speak? What school did you go to? What university did you graduate from? What chiropractic school did you go to? What was your favorite class? What was your favorite food? What was your college food? What was your college breakfast? What was the number one breakfast you had? How broke were you in college? What did you sleep on a pillow? Sleep on the floor? That's what they want to know about you. Where'd you come from? Who are you? What got you here? That's the most engaging content. And then 30% of it is, hey, the upper cervical spine is located at C1, C2. It's the most important part of the nervous system that we can control through chiropractic, and that's why we utilize these techniques to help adjust the spine without any cracking, popping, or twisting, or whatever it is. That's usually my talk because I do upper cervical work. But that's it. That's 30%. And what we have is a huge inverse. We do 90% of that. The sciatic nerve runs through, and you need to floss it. And we do all these videos, which are good, but all of our content is that. There's nothing engaging. So that's the stuff that you need to do. Great. You can even do long form video and splice it into short form video. I'm going to post it right here in the comments. Opus. Can't type. .ai. That is a great, cool splicing video. What's it called? Software, I guess, that you just upload your video, whether it's 60 seconds or 60 minutes, doesn't matter. You upload it, it generates all the subtitles on it for you, and then you literally put in 1 or 2 word search terms saying of what you said. You say, talk about the stress points of the spine, talk about, pick out the video for this, and then based on your keywords, it will rank the number 1 video that had the most comments of that in your talk and splice it down to 20-second, or you can pick under 30-second frames. You can pick 30-second to 90-second frames. It saves me so much time for the editing portion. And I think it's like $100 for the year. Then you pay it up. I think I paid it up front. That's why I know it's 100, or it's $9.99 a month or something like that. Either way, it's great. I mean, for that cost, you can't hire anyone. You can't do anything for that. And all you got to do is upload the video. The missing link and why there is no help to this, there isn't help. In other big corporations, they hire digital social media marketers directly. That's it. They're like, hey, I'm paying you $100,000. Come work for us full time. That's it. This person sits behind the computer and has like all the cameras and audio equipment, and they go around shooting the stuff. That's their job. Gary Vee has like 3 production companies. And all these other big guys, because they're pumping out 100 pieces of content a week. So that's completely different. It's completely different chiropractic office, but the chiropractic office that pumps out 1 piece of content a day versus the chiropractic office that pumps out 2 pieces of content a day, 6 months down the road, the one doing 2 is going to outperform the one doing 1 when it comes to what? What's the ultimate goal here? Once you decide to run a Facebook ad, that's it. Once you decide, remember I said, The algorithm, Facebook, Meta, is looking and holding business pages hostage until they decide to pay. And all it does, me putting in $100 versus you putting in $100, is mine is going to cost 1 cent per click. Yours is going to cost 29 cents per click. That's the difference. It's going to shoot my stuff out way faster with way more engagement and way more people than yours to your community. Because it's like, we don't know where to shoot it. That's what's happening with the algorithm. It's like, you haven't pumped enough content out for us to figure out who your target audience is. That's it. That's the key. Good. Any last minute questions? Anything else? Otherwise, I'm going to let you guys go. Have a great January. We're going to continue every Monday. I don't think there's any more Mondays off until maybe New Year's next year. So every single Monday, Adjusting Success will be here for you. It's saved on YouTube. So even though you don't make it, you can always go back and watch it. Okay. Anything else? Comments? Great. Have a good night. Go Blue.